Up and down the country, people are taking on epic renovation projects.
Oh, wow. Such an amazing space.
But too many of them are ripped off by bad builders.
Oh my God. Wires hanging out everywhere.
There's a full-on hole in the ceiling.
There was a point where we were only left with one wall in the house.
Oh my God.
Costing them their hard-earned cash.
So basically, you've got nothing to show for that £40,000.
Most of our life savings we've given them.
And leaving them in chaos.
It's just like living in the building, so...
Oh.
Hello.
So I'm coming to their rescue.
You are going to live in this house one day, I promise you.
I'll teach them the DIY skills they need to save money and get their builds back on track.
Let's see if it fits. Like a glove. That is a whole wall panelled.
There is nothing we can't do, I tell you.
And with the help of my forewoman,
My best apprentice.
Woo!
I'll also be up in my own DIY game at home.
And have a door each.
A door each, babe. That's how much I love you. I'm giving you a door.
Brick by brick, we'll prove that with hard graft
It looks as good as anyone else's fascia, doesn't it?
and clever design,
You made this. I didn't have to do nothing. I should have just FaceTimed you.
you can have your dream home.
I'm so proud of you.
And I'm crying. They've done it. I want to move in.
This time, I'm helping Daryl and Joe. They've been a couple for 33 years and done up 3 homes together.
Done lots of DIY.
Lots of DIY. Always want to try something.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we
I know what you're going to say.
try and find fireplaces that aren't there.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we tried to find a fireplace in our first house. And we just chipped off little bits of plaster, didn't we, until we got a 12-foot.
Yeah, we did. We ended up with a 12-foot cavity that there was no
There wasn't one
fireplace.
there.
Their latest project is in South Devon, where Joe grew up, and where they hope to retire.
This property was one of my best friend's parents' house, so I'd always visited. Used to come in here when we were younger and just used to sit on the balcony and look at the view, and so always loved it.
The original house was full of lots of little small rooms and lots of little nooks and crannies, and we had this vision to sort of open it up. And then when you come in and you walk up the stairs, just celebrate, you know, that big open space and that view, so that anyone who came in would have, hopefully, the same feeling of wow.
In 2020, they hired a builder to begin the transformation, but within months, things had turned sour.
First of all, we had a leaking roof. We had leaking roof that meant, you know, water all over the floor was getting damaged.
When that started to happen, we started to really question what else was happening.
So they called in a building inspector.
Much of the work that was already done, completed, it didn't meet the building regulations. We had to start again, go back to zero and work from scratch.
But by then, they'd already handed over £127,000.
All that money that we'd paid and gone in this property, it had been moving at a pace, we got it all, it just dead, straight in the skip.
This shock came during a terrible year for Joe, Daryl and their 2 children, Ash and Kai. Daryl was made redundant and Joe had a serious health scare.
Beginning of April, I got COVID and was really poorly, actually. In the end, I think I was off work for about 4 months, was in hospital 3 times, oxygen canisters at home, and just, yeah, knocked us for 6, really.
It was horrible because you didn't know. Difficult to talk about. You didn't know where you're going. You took her to the hospital, and you had to sort of say goodbye. It was a challenging time. It was tough. It was tough.
Joe recovered, and at the house, new builders have been putting things right for 18 months now. But with the new work, Darren and Joe have now spent approaching £300,000. They have just 30 grand left, so I want to help them stretch that cash by teaching them how to do some of the remaining jobs themselves.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh, I've been so excited to meet you two.
Nice to meet
How long have you been working on this?
So about 3 years we've been working on the build.
Wow, okay. So you spent 300.
Yeah.
And it's still like this on the outside.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we've spent that much money, does it?
And I don't mean that, I mean this in the nicest way possible. It shouldn't look like this with that kind of budget. That is crazy. So what has happened?
We had to basically go all the way backwards, take everything out, and basically start again.
From scratch?
Yeah, pretty much.
Steels had to go in and the ceilings came down, and then there was a point where we were only left with one wall in the house.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So it wasn't structurally sound at all?
No.
I don't know how you're doing this now, 3 years on, and you haven't lost that passion, or have you lost that passion?
No, we lost the
Definitely.
passion, didn't we? We lost it completely. It became a chore.
Oh, we need to bring that love back. That is why I'm here. We need to get excited about it again, because this
that'd be
is
great.
your dream home. This is where you want to retire when all the kids fly the nest.
So it's time to take a look at what's left to do. Joe and Daryl's focus is on trying to complete the first floor. They dream of an open-plan family living space, accessed via what will be a grand entrance hall.
Oh, wow.
Go on.
Is this the stairs?
That's what we use as our stairs at the moment.
Is that the finished stairs?
We
or-
hope not to be the finished stairs.
So what's the actual vision? What do they look like?
Over to you. That's your baby.
So the stairs, we've got this really high ceiling. We want all this light flooded in. So we've gone from an oak staircase with open
Slats in
slats in
between,
between,
yes.
yeah. And then on the side, we're going to have glass.
I love how excited you're getting about these stairs.
You just have to mention the stairs.
Yeah,
and then
good.
I'll be happy.
Every time we're struggling on a certain
yeah.
part of the house, I'm just going to say stairs. Right, I'm ready to walk the ladder.
Up to where they want the open-plan kitchen, dining and living room to make the most of this.
Wow. Oh my God.
It looks good, huh?
Honestly, it's actually breathtaking up here, isn't it? I just can't believe the view. You can't comprehend it from downstairs. This is just out of this world. What a shame that you haven't been able to enjoy this. It's just stunning.
But Joe and Daryl are struggling to still see the potential after their painful battle with the build.
As much as we've lost the money and this has taken forever, the kids have grown up from from 13 to an 18-year-old, and
Oh, that must be so hard.
yeah, that's the bit that really upsets me.
So they've not just taken away your money, they've not just taken away your dream home, they've taken away time from your family.
Yeah.
That you'll never get back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is just the worst. No, honestly, Joe, that is the worst of it all. To feel like you've lost out on things that you'll never get back, that time you'll never get back, is really difficult. And from today, that is it. This project gets finished. We are going to do whatever we can to make this work, and your children are going to grow up. The rest of their growing up
absolutely.
is going to be in
use
this
it.
house.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the key things they need to sort out is under our feet.
What's happening with the floor?
Oh,
Maybe, yeah,
That's a
it.
problem.
Yeah.
It's like a seesaw.
No, what's happened is that the timber's not great, and that's just one row of steels. There's another row over there and another row over there, and they've impacted the floor. It's sort of pushed the floor.
Right. So we need to get started, though.
Getting professionals in for all the work that needs doing will cost them at least £40,000. But they've only got £30,000 left, so they're going to have to tackle jobs like the floor themselves. I've also spied an exposed boiler pipe that will need covering up.
We'll have to do something with this. Do you know what? I honestly think that one of the biggest mistakes I made, and lots of people make when they're planning a build, is not thinking about pipe work, where your electricity is going to go, where your sockets and everything's going to end up. But we are where we are, and there are plenty of ways we can hide this but still get access, so I'm going to rack my brain.
The kitchen needs fitting in the back of the open plan space, and I think that's another job they can DIY. especially if they enlist the kids to help who are desperate to get the problem sorted.
They've both obviously been through so much with this house. It must have been hard for you to just watch on as that was all unravelling.
Yeah, it's been pretty awful. I think it's become their life. And I think they've just been devastated by that. And it was just like slowly less and less energy and less love for it. And it was just so sad to like start again and then take things out and then start again. And I feel like they just feel like they've been so stagnant for so long now.
We all want to see this house finished, and I've got some big ideas to get there within the tight 30 grand budget.
We are going to make that money go as far as we possibly can. At the end of this process, you are going to walk into your dream house.
That'd be awesome.
So, we know that there's a heck of a lot of work to do with flooring. If we could fit our own, we would end up saving like £1,800, which is a huge amount of money. Also, the carpentry, you know, you've got that alcove where the pipe for the boiler, it's got to be covered. You're not going to want that exposed when you're finished. But I feel like it's something we could box in ourselves. But that would save us, you know, 750 quid if we're going to get someone to build a bespoke unit there. And then someone would charge you £2,000 to fit an entire kitchen. We can screw things together. We can make a cupboard. We can do that.
I love this.
We can.
Yeah.
Looking at me like,
I'm there. I can do that.
Yeah?
I'm so excited. Why don't we make the most of the rest of the day and just go and start clearing out the upstairs? If we get that done, then we've got an empty shell to just bang, crack on with.
Yep.
With you.
Great
Let's
stuff.
go.
Let's do it.
All right.
This is the fun part. Let's go. We've got a few more of them. It's happening, see?
Have you already overdone it?
Look, I'm sorry, we got carried away. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh, we'll go heavier next time.
No.
I'm joking.
Hey. They deserve that help, they deserve that push and that support to be able to get to where they should have been a year and a half ago.
Not one bites the dust.
And I think they're both more than capable of doing a lot of that DIY themselves.
Yes, Joe. We smashed it. Look at it, Daryl.
Look at that. Clean space. Space. Yeah, feels good.
Yeah?
Yeah, feels really good.
I'm so excited now. I really feel like we can get a sense of what could go where, how it's going to work, how the room's going to flow.
Thank you.
No, thank you. You worked so hard. This is it. This is it, the beginning
Oh, I'm all hot and sticky.
of the end. Oh, no, I'm joking.
After my visit, Joe and Daryl have recruited the whole family, including Joe's cousin, to get stuck in on the DIY.
This is what Mum and Dad are doing. Right, lovely. You've got a great view of Dad's arse.
Following our clear out, they're tackling the uneven floor.
I mean, look at that. I mean, it's quite a lot, isn't it?
First, they have to take off the top layer. Then they have to find the highest point, shave it down and pack the joists in various places to level it out.
We took it all up. It was a big patch. There was massive problems. Fixed all of those, put it all down. Underfloor heating guy came back and said that there's still too much deviation. That was like another backward step. Just going back to the first, you know, steps of the house, its legacy.
It's affected everything, hasn't it? You
Yeah.
go back like 3 years and realise that that's actually set the precedent for the house being a bit of a nightmare.
In Devon, Joe and Daryl have had to start again from scratch after £127,000 of work on their home was condemned by the building inspector. After redoing the work, they've now spent more than double that and have just £30,000 left. Now the base of the floor is in, they can finally start decorating the walls, another job that will save them £1,300.
The spray gun's been in the box about 2.5 years, so Daryl's been waiting to spray the walls. So this is really exciting for him. He's been like desperate to put his little suit on and get that paint on the wall. Gorgeous. Beautiful. It fits. I'm quite impressed actually. Look, can you put the hat on so you look like a Smurf? Beautiful.
You shouldn't put paint straight onto bare plaster, so Daryl is using a mist coat, which is paint with added water.
It's amazing. That looks amazing.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah, absolutely.
It looks like a house.
Oh my God, that's mad. What a difference. What a difference.
Yeah. I'm just really excited that my gun worked after 2.5 years. Whatever it is.
That's amazing. You missed a bit. Oh my goodness. Well done.
With the mist coat on, Joe and Daryl have roped in the rest of their family to help fit the engineered wood flooring over the plywood base layer.
Oh, straight.
Thank you, darling.
Engineered wood is made from layers of wood pressed together and typically costs around £40 per square metre.
Gentle tap.
That's really cool. Really cool.
It's weird.
And that's 4 rows in what? How long did that take?
4 hours.
A few weeks later and I'm back to check on progress and hopefully show them some more ways to save money.
Wow. Oh my gosh, it looks different in here, doesn't it? Wow. Yeah. Hello. Oh. It looks incredible. First of all, the flooring is beautiful. Who put that down?
We did.
Did you?
We did.
Oh my God, you smashed it.
Yeah, it was nice to do actually, and it was really easy.
I love the way they're taking on all these jobs. I think they're definitely ready to fit their own kitchen. And if they can, it will save them a whopping £2,000. To help us, I've called in our self-taught builder, Aggie. She's done more kitchens than I've had hot dinners.
Good morning. Morning, Aggie. Hello. Joe, Daryl, Aggie.
Morning, nice to meet you.
Hello.
Nice
You all right?
to meet you. By fitting this kitchen, Daryl and Joe are going to save so much.
Absolutely. The cabinets come pre-built. All you have to do is screw the legs on, pop them in position, take some time to use a spirit level or a laser level to make sure they're all nice and level. Generally, I would advise that you get a professional in for the worktop.
First job, unpacking the units and checking the plans.
I see that there's actually 2 wine coolers. I like your style.
There'd be
One in
3 if
time.
we can. We'll just put them, hide them away everywhere.
Oof. I mean, after all you've been through, I think you need 3 wine coolers. Put some legs on, Joe.
Awesome.
So this one's going in the corner, Daryl.
Yeah, this is the first one.
Oh, it's such a lovely colour, isn't it? It's like a sea.
Yeah. That's good. Number 1.
Keep going. One down, 100 to go.
Yeah.
It's best to start by putting the first unit in the corner, then work your way out.
You all right?
Once all the units are in place, we need to check they're all level. And despite all of Joe and Daryl's hard work, the floor, like in most houses, is never going to be completely level from one side to the other. Luckily, there's an easy fix.
All the legs are adjustable and they just screw in or out. So all you're doing is playing with the legs. It's fiddly. It takes ages to get them all right.
Brilliant.
But it's straightforward.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm on this one.
You adjust the legs up and down, then you use the laser level to check that everything's at the same height.
The back needs to come down a little bit.
If any unit is a bit low or a bit high, then you just have to keep twiddling the legs until everything is level.
Look at that line. It's on the line there.
While Joe and Daryl get leg twisting, Aggie and I are going to try and cover up that boiler pipe. I think there should be a cupboard here, so we need to build a studwork frame. I need 3 vertical sections, 1 at each end and 1 in the middle. The pipe will be hidden but accessible for maintenance, and the whole thing will be finished off with some beautiful doors. First up, we need to measure up for a frame, then cut the wood to size before drilling it all together.
We have a frame, Aggie.
Yay!
Woo! Let's put it in.
Lovely.
I hope it's up to your standard.
I'm sure it is. My best apprentice.
Woo! Let's see if it fits. Like a glove. Now that this is in, we can start putting the frame in place ready for the doors. Happy days.
Yay!
The kitchen will need another day or so's work, but that is not putting off Joe and Daryl.
Joe and Daryl have literally had everything thrown at them in this house. And every time they feel like they're getting somewhere, another problem arises and they're pushed 10 steps back. But despite all of that, they have accomplished so much since the last time I was here, even just having paint on the walls. There's flooring down, and they did it themselves. It's just incredible how far they've come. Yeah, you've got to go really far.
In between helping Joe and Daryl, I'm also tackling a massive to-do list at my home, Pickle Cottage.
Today, I am going to be testing myself with quite a few ambitious DIY skills.
I've already started a stud wall in our garage to separate my home gym from my husband Joe's smelly fishing gear. And today, Aggie's going to teach me how to turn one of the windows into a door, so Joe and I can access our own areas on either side of the new wall. First, we must knock out space for the extra door.
Because you're going to keep the cladding on the rest of the garage, we
Yeah.
want to give it a nice, neat, clean line.
Here we go.
We're using a multi-tool to cut the outer cladding, then prise it off.
When's Joe going to come and help?
I tried to warn you at the beginning, all right? He's not handy at all. We might get some of his brute strength to carry some windows out. But even that's debatable. I think I'm stronger.
In the time it takes me to wrangle the extra manpower, Aggie removes the existing door and one of the windows.
What have you done to me garage, guys?
Looking good, isn't it?
Well, we've got to take this window out.
Then we can have a door each.
And have a door each.
A door each, babe. That's how much I love you. I'm giving you a door.
Stole half the garage, but you're going to give me a door. Basically, the proportions of this garage is the proportions of how our relationship works.
Exactly.
You get 85% and I get 15%.
Well, we might as well continue as we started, eh?
To get the other window out, we've got to chisel off the moulding that covers the screws.
Shall I take that bit off then the edge?
Yeah, you're going to do it with your bare hands.
Well, if you want me to.
It's probably best that we keep the DIY projects just to one person, that person being me, because I'm much better at it than Joe.
Then we loosen the silicone and ease the window out.
That's it? Have you got it? It's heavy.
I've got it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's better.
Next, we must knock out the wall underneath.
Have I got to do the whole wall?
All the way down to the bottom.
Oh, do me a favour. We'll do one brick each, yeah? Kick it. Go on. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah!
yes!
Finally, we need to build a new wall to fit the two doors into.
Right, love you. See you later.
Thank you.
We're using these. They're lightweight, easy to cut to size, and only cost a few pounds each.
There we go.
Why is my brickwork looking so wobbly, Aggie? I feel like the doors are just going to fall out of it.
Let's just hope I can improve by the time the doors go in.
It's like everything, it's practice.
I love you, Aggie.
Soon after, I'm back in Devon, and the kitchen units are now level.
Oh, it looks good. It's getting there. It is getting there. It's nice to see kind of the wall ones, so you can see like the shape and how it's going.
Yeah. Is this the worktops?
It is indeed.
Oh, that is so nice.
Now for the most satisfying job, screwing on the doors.
So does it need to come up? It needs to come down.
Hey.
That's it.
Oh, wow.
Come on, shut the door. I need to see what it looks like.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Cute colour, right?
It's a beautiful colour. It's so lovely that you've chose something that really picks out the sea. Oh,
Yeah, it's going to look great.
oh guys, so cool.
Fitting the kitchen is a massive weight off their minds, but they're worried about another problem. Will the stairs fit properly around the steels that were put in to make the house structurally sound?
It's just really, really tight. Now it's like right down to the millimetre.
No room for error.
No room for error. To know that they're imminent and they're coming is nerve-wracking to make sure that they come in and fulfil that level of excitement that, you know, really want them to deliver.
Every single tiny little part of that staircase has to fit to perfection. You know, that is difficult to achieve.
It's July and Joe and Daryl are making progress. But they've had to get specialists in to tile the downstairs and fit the plumbing and electrics. And that means their $30K budget is rapidly running out. So today it's all hands on deck and they've roped in their son Kai to help them paint.
We all motivate each other to actually get it finished. I think it's about time it actually gets finished now, considering how long it's been.
To help them get over the line as quickly as possible, I'm after some inspiration for the interior from this beautiful beach house. It's on the south coast, right by the water's edge. If you're lucky enough to have a stunning view, you really want to make the absolute most of it and bring the outside in. And they've done that with some nifty bits of design.
Wow. What they've cleverly done here, which is what Daryl and Joe have done, is they've made their main living area upstairs. So you've got this huge double height ceiling in the hallway with massive windows letting all the light flood into this area and almost calls you to go up the stairs. As soon as you walk into this room, you're hit with these giant windows that go all the way around. Also, they have cleverly used the same flooring internally as they have on the balcony, which makes that feel like it's almost an extension of this room, so it makes it feel even bigger. And all of the furniture in here is low level and minimal, so you have no obstructions out to that beautiful view.
Everything in here has been chosen to work with what's outside rather than fighting it. The colours are limited, reflecting the sea, the sand and the sky. The materials are also natural and unfussy, from the boat-like timber ceiling to the rugged fireplace.
So what they've done is they've used different textures and materials around the house to draw interest and make it still feel homely and warm.
That's offset by the smooth and glossy texture of the kitchen, which features more natural tones, plus a generous island that allows you to enjoy the view while chopping your onions.
How cool is this? Even when your back's turned to the view, you can still see the view because they've put a mirror as their splashback.
This stunning home has given me so much food for thought, and I'm more determined than ever to make Joe and Daryl's place truly special.
You can hear the wind howling outside, can't you? But even on a day like today, it's so cosy and homely in here. And Darren and Joe have just been through drama after drama after drama, and I cannot wait for them to finally sit down in their home with a G&T and enjoy a view like this.
My visit has given me some ideas to help Joe and Daryl create an interior worthy of their stunning setting, without busting the budget.
I found a wallpaper that I think will really give this room some zones without taking away from the view. So, it is the waves, but in a really subtle way.
Let's look at that.
To replicate the waves of the sea.
Yeah, no, that's really beautiful.
Do you like it?
I
Yeah,
really like the
it's
sketches.
beautiful. It's really beautiful.
This hand-printed wallpaper comes in squares, which means it's a new skill for Joe and Daryl to master.
When you've got the roll, you know you go floor to ceiling and you drop it down onto the next one. So you just really only have to line each one up side by side. Whereas this time, we've got to think about every side. Let's put it up on the wall.
A skilled decorator could cost around £200 a day, so it's definitely worth Joe and Daryl having a go.
So I think we could do it.
I reckon I could watch you do it.
I reckon you could.
You can be on pace duty.
Yeah.
Just make sure you go with a level line, not the ceiling line, because the likelihood of the ceiling line being straight.
Yeah, especially in this house.
It's great they're going to DIY the wallpaper, leaving me time to teach them another little design trick, adding cane doors to the storage area.
Welcome to my workshop. I know it's a little bit understated, but it does the job.
The doors will go on the stud work we've already put in place around the pipe. Making them ourselves will save £750, adding to the £750 we've already saved on the frame.
Because your whole upstairs brings in the nature of being beside the sea and having all of this beautiful landscape around you, the cane will end up complementing it rather than going against it. The most important part now is to make sure it is in a totally straight line.
Yeah.
Because if we staple it in this wonky, we're in trouble.
Okay.
Cane roll is really easy to work with and easy to clean. Plus, if it gets damaged, you can easily repair it.
That's your first line.
Yeah.
Joe,
Okay.
go for it.
The process is simple. We soak the cane for 30 minutes in warm water.
So then when the cane dries, it sort of goes and sucks in and it's really tight.
Okay.
Then we cut the cane to size, leaving about a 1-inch overhang. And we'll just staple gun the cane into the rebates.
It's actually really satisfying.
It is, isn't it?
Once it's all in the correct position, we then trim the excess.
I feel like, Daryl, you've got this covered. Shall we prep the last door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After years of building nightmares, the house is slowly taking shape. But with so much still to do, I'm worried about how it's affecting the family.
Daryl is a machine, isn't he?
Yeah.
Does that worry you?
Yeah. I think with this, I think the project has knocked him so much. I mean, he feels like it's his fault.
Does he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he feels like he's a failure and that he should have known.
Oh, that's really
It's
sad.
really
'Cause
sad.
he's not in any way, shape or form a failure. It's
No.
not his fault.
And the problem is, like, trying to explain it, it can happen to anyone. And that's the scary thing. It doesn't matter whether you've done your research or whether you've seen someone else's work or whether you've looked online. It can happen to
I
anyone.
really hope that when you get to the end of this process that he gets that faith back a little bit.
We're getting there.
We are
We're getting there now.
We are getting there, Joe. To the point where we can actually put finishing touches on things. We're painting.
We are.
Our painted doors look great. Hopefully Daryl's stapling is just as good.
Can I just show you something?
Oh, yeah.
It's dried, hasn't
It's definitely, it has dried and pulled a lot.
That's the sound you want to hear.
I noticed the bit that Joe did is a bit wobbly, but the rest of it's pretty good.
Funnily enough, I was outside.
This was your corner.
I think it was up here, actually.
The final step is to put the beading in. We measure it, then cut it on a 45-degree angle with a miter saw.
Ow!
Then we make sure it's flush against the side
Perfect.
before using the nail gun to fasten it in place.
Push down. You hear that? It can only come out when you're doing that, and then you just press the trigger. And then it kicks back a tiny bit, but it's absolutely fine. It's gone in. Yeah? Woohoo! Look at that.
Oh, yeah, it does look.
Oh, wow, it's really cool. Do you like it?
It's really nice.
It's lovely, isn't it? Well done. You made this. I didn't have to do nothing. I should have just FaceTimed you.
A little while later, Josie enrolled her daughter Ash for some wallpapering duty.
So we're going to measure 67 because the paper's 70.
Okay.
It's painstaking work.
So when it stops,
Right.
that's going to give you a straight line eventually.
They're pasting the wallpaper, waiting for it to dry, pasting the wall, and then pasting the paper again.
Yeah, cool. Actually seeing it on the wall is like bringing a bit of character in. I think because it's like so many white walls, it just feels like it's very plain. But because this is like a little element of us coming into the house, it's starting to feel a little bit more personal.
Yeah, look at that. Awesome.
The girls have done amazing. Hats off.
Final bit. Check us out. We've done it. Whoa, high five, lady.
Thank God. That's done now.
Good girl.
While the decorating is on track, today is crunch time for the stairs. Will they fit?
Very anxious moment, but very, very exciting. The ladder is exiting the building. If I can get it out.
It's a precision job where every millimetre counts.
I feel like an expectant father. Nothing I can do but watch. You can see where all the hard work is going to be here. You know, this is where it's all got to joggle around these steels. So this is the tricky bit. Yes! Right then. Oh, that is absolutely amazing. That's insane. It's just insane. I think it's brilliant. It's a great day.
The stairs are a huge milestone, but they've also eaten up a big chunk of the budget, and funds are running low. Daryl and Joe must now knuckle down themselves to get the house over the line.
So we need to finish the ceiling, we need to do the skirting boards, we need to finish the painting over the stairs. And it doesn't matter how many hours there are in the day, you could fill them 3 times over and still need jobs to do.
It's now October and I'm back in Devon. The last time I saw Darren and Joe, they were really struggling to get past how they were treated in the very beginning of this project, and they couldn't see an end to this project. So I've got my fingers, toes, and literally every bone in my body crossed that when I walk back through their front door, they've finally got their dream beach house. Yay!
How are you?
Oh, Devon's favourite couple. I am so excited. How have the last few weeks been?
Yeah, exhausting.
We've really done a big push on the inside.
Okay.
So we're really excited to show you today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
I don't want to wait out here any longer.
Darren and Joe have spent years clambering up a ladder to reach the first floor. But now, Darryl has finally realised his dream of a show-stopping feature staircase.
Oh my gosh. They're the most beautiful stairs
They are
I've ever
amazing.
seen.
They are amazing.
I remember at a point you guys just being like, I don't think we'll ever get stairs.
Yeah.
No.
It's not happening for us.
No.
And here they are.
And we still literally look for the ladder, don't we? We still
Yeah,
stand
walk up to it and turn around to go down it,
around
and then
and
realise you can just walk down the stairs now.
The open wooden slats give the impression of a floating staircase, and these, coupled with the glass, mean that the light from upstairs just floods into the entrance hall.
This is the gateway. I wanted it to be inviting, and it's the gateway to the view.
Can I take the gateway?
Take the
I'm
journey.
ready.
When I first saw this space, it was a dumping ground for rubbish, with a wonky floor that meant work had ground to a halt.
Oh my God!
it's a stunning open-plan lounge and kitchen, where each zone flows seamlessly to the next.
Is this a joke? It looks totally different.
Doesn't it?
Wow. It is just stunning. Look at that view. I'm so happy for you guys. Do you like? It's incredible. I want to move in. Wow. The floor that you laid is stunning. Absolutely stunning, and it's so natural, it's so light, it's so bright, and then you've got the natural landscape outside. I don't know what it is, but the view's always been there and it's always been stunning, but it looks even better now.
Yeah. It kind of frames it like
It looks like you've got CGI on all your windows. It doesn't look real, it looks like a postcard. This is making me question all my life choices. I want to live in Devon by the sea.
In the kitchen, which Joe and Daryl worked so hard on, the cabinets are a sleek, calming sea green, finished with natural wood handles.
I love the colour.
Do you love it?
Oh, I love the colour so much.
Works, doesn't it?
Just beautiful.
And it changes. We've sat here and we've just when the sea changes and the colour changes and the sky changes, it completely changes in here.
Really?
Yeah.
The kitchen island is topped with gleaming white quartz that reflects the natural light of those enormous windows.
It just goes to show you don't need to spend hundreds of thousands of pounds to get a look that is just breathtaking.
The stone from the worktops continues onto the upstand, tying the natural materials into every surface. And the beauty continues into the dining space.
You've got a dining table! We can sit and eat meals and enjoy the view.
The dining area features more natural tones and materials and is zoned off with that sophisticated hand-printed wallpaper that Jo and her daughter Ashley put up.
Patterned wallpaper isn't easy, and it's not easy to line up. So the fact that it looks like one big sheet of paper, you and Ash did an incredible job.
Oh, thank you.
The mirror as well. You can see the view twice.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look in this house, there is something Jo and Daryl have grafted to do themselves.
Look at our cupboards.
They came out really well, didn't they? I know.
Oh, come on. You can walk in there.
It's a good space, isn't it?
That's a hide-and-seek space.
It is a hide-and-seek space.
The cane doors are such an easy thing to do, but add a real touch of style while maintaining the natural feel of the space. Outside, the balcony area isn't quite finished, but it will be a stunning extension to this room once the decking and balustrade are in. The living area is warm and cosy, and the low furniture means nothing is obstructing that incredible view.
Come see?
Oh, this is just heaven.
Isn't it?
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it has.
Honestly, you're two of the nicest people, and you deserve nothing less than this, and this should have happened years ago, and I can't tell you how happy I am to be sitting in your front room looking out at that.
That's bizarre. You say that. Sitting in our lounge.
This is your front room.
You know, frankly, without your support and the push, you know, it would have been easy for the project to have stalled.
Thanks to their hard work, Jo and Daryl have got to the finish line. But have they stuck to their budget?
You had £30,000, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've hit budget apart from, a couple of steels that we had to put in.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So to have achieved what you have achieved within your budget is phenomenal. I do believe that you've probably saved minimum between 6,000 and 7,000.
Yeah.
Making your own fitted furniture, wallpapering, decorating, fitting your kitchen, laying all of the floors. That's incredible.
Oh, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
When I first met you both, you had fallen out of love with this house. Do you feel like you've fallen back in love with it, or you're ready to fall back in love with it?
It's like, sorry.
Oh, Joe.
It is going forward. It's like the next step, isn't it? And it's like, it's been so horrible. It's been so horrible. And I think you kind of lose yourself a little bit as well. But to be able to now
you know, share it with the kids and be able to sit and chill and be able to, you know, just enjoy it. I think it is going to take a little while to just realise that we can.
What we've got here is something special, and is something that is us. And it's been a journey, and I think it's the start of us being able to look at it in a different way.
So all the years you felt like you lost in this project, you're now going to get them back tenfold in this house with your family.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
And me. I'm now going to have regular visits here. You've gained so much, myself included.
But before I book my moving van to relocate to Devon, it's time for the whole family to cook and eat in their brand new kitchen for the first time. This is the start of them making memories in this spectacular home.
I don't think they ever believed they'd get to this point, and I even questioned it at times. Every single late night, every single phone call, every single project they've had to be on top of, every single start again, all of that was worth it, because the result they have got and the home that they have now to live in is magical. I just couldn't imagine a better place to live, and I can't imagine two people who deserve it more.
If you're battling to complete your own building project and would like to be on the series, visit Channel 4 Take Part.
Getting their love lives into shape with a tricky geometric dilemma, join 6 singles for brand new love triangle starting Tuesday night at 9. And facing quite the conundrum himself, Danny Dyer's grappling change in How to Be a Man next on Channel 4.